Okay, good morning, everyone. And welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Friday, the 10th of May, 2024. Before we start, I'd like to say a happy birthday to Paul Fritsch. I'm not going to disclose his age today, but if you could all congratulate him today when you see him, that would be much appreciated. Okay, moving on. The synoptic today is showing, well, this is last night actually, Thursday into Friday, moving out into the North Sea for this high pressure, but we're still under the influence of it. But if we look out to the west mid-Atlantic, there's a huge low pressure building, and that's eventually going to affect us by the end of the weekend. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go through the next few days. Surface winds today, 1305 knots to 090, 15 knots. So we are going to have a bit of a breeze, and that's influenced us onto runway 09. Looking at the satellite picture, you can see just over southern England here, we've got nice clear skies, and we're hoping that that's going to continue throughout the next couple of days. The rain radar is showing very little. There's been one or two showers most recently in the English Channel, but I doubt they're ever going to get anywhere near us. The forecast for later on today, if we just run this through, you can see those showers out in the Channel developing, but as I say, they're not going to get anywhere near Lasham or the sort of task areas that you might be in. The local area forecast is showing plenty of cumulus cover from about 9 o'clock onwards. I'm not quite sure that's going to be exactly right. I think it's going to develop a bit later, maybe about 11. But it's also showing the temperatures rising up into the high teens or into the 20s. And if you look down at the bottom here, you can see that we've got UV levels up in 5 and 6. So plenty of sunscreen today, plenty of water. Keep yourselves well protected from the sun. Local temperature today, we're looking at sort of 18, 19, 20, with the dew point somewhere down around about 12, perhaps 14 the further west you go. SORMET are showing 19 centigrade at the moment with a dew point just over 10. And looking outside, you can see we have most recently a gentle southeasterly flow across the airfield and clear blue skies. Local forecast from SkySight is showing these cumulus developing after lunchtime, thickening up throughout the afternoon with the thermal heights not actually reaching cloud base to start off with, but getting there towards the end of the afternoon. And if we have a look at the sort of potential flight distance during the day, you can see if we draw a line from, say, Norwich across to Aberystwyth, anywhere south of that is going to be a sort of reasonable distance today. However, beware of the coasts. There will be a sea breeze effect coming in around the coasts. If we compare that with Top Meteo, we can see something similar in the sort of task area that they're predicting. And if we have a look at the thermals as they develop from about 11 o'clock onwards, blue initially in this area, but cumulus start to form through to about 1500. But then after 1500, it all starts to die off again. And there's a very rapid end to the day between 6 and 7 in the evening. The TAF for Odium is quite a simple one from 8 o'clock in the morning through to 7 o'clock at night, 110 degrees, 4 knots, and CAV OK. We all like that, I'm sure. And Farnborough is showing something similar over a similar time period from 7 in the morning through to 4 in the afternoon, 110, 4 knots, CAV OK. Moving on to NOTAMs, we have 17, which is Barton Stacey. In fact, that's changed since I had a look at this, but yeah, Barton Stacey. We have Ash Ranges. We've got paragliders at Devizes, Otmoor live firing, and Little Risington parachuting as well. So we'll just move on to the airfield briefing. We've set up on runway 09 for a dry operation. We'll be winching to the south on the grass, aerito to the north on the runway. The club grid, if it's required, will be the north side on the grass in the usual place. However, because the winds are so light, if there's any heavy gliders, they can go from 09 hard, as it's a light east-southeasterly wind all day. And a little gem here that Al Greensmith mentioned this morning. There was some flares yesterday, and there's a possible severe electromagnetic interference today affecting GPS and radios. So if you do experience some of that, don't worry, it is expected. The booking list for today shows Malcolm George with his students in K21. There's a fair few of the gliders booked. However, there are still a few that are unbooked, i.e. free. So there's one K13, SH3 and SH6 are available all day. There's 6 members on the casual list with one K21 allocated. If there's any instructors available, I'd encourage you to volunteer, and perhaps you can make use of the K13, and that would double the number of flights that the members on the casual list are going to achieve. The buggies, management radios are working well, and the simulator is available as per normal. So the winch set up today with the winch at the far end of the airfield. I've left up to Paul to decide whether to put the winch as shown here on the grass or a little bit further north, just to the side of the runway. That's his decision today. But we'll be out on the west end of the airfield on 09, but the launch point vehicle in the normal place, winching just to the south on the grass, aeritoing off the runway with a possible grid either on the grass or to the rear of the launch point. That's it for today. Thanks very much for listening in. I hope you have a great day, enjoy yourself, have some fun, and please keep it safe. Thanks a lot.